Welcome back to Tarot by Cherie, my lights. Let's get started right away on today's reading and see what uplifting, beautiful messages Spirit may have. All right, a lot of cards want to jump out of the deck today. Let's see what this is. Oh, okay, new beginning or a new start or a new path, something along that line. So I feel like a lot of you are looking forward to something today, maybe moving into something new or starting something new. All right, and let's see what we have. Let's continue. Look at that. The Wheel of Fortune has popped up. All right, next to the Knight of Cups. So we have this wheel here. This is like a biblical card for us. This is something we're waiting on. This is a blessing that is going to come in. All right, now I'm seeing some kind of sadness around this blessing. So a lot of you are just tired of waiting. You're losing you know, kind of losing hope on this. Don't do that, guys, okay? Because this isn't about, you know, us wanting something or needing something in this hour, okay? This is something much bigger than an individual, than me, you. This is about all of humanity, and this has to come in at the very precise moment it needs to come in. All right, we have the spiritual card in the center letting us know that, you know, this is divinely guided, so we have to be patient. All right, so this card also reminds us to be in a state of gratefulness. So appreciate right now what you have, not what you don't have, and you will lift your vibration up that way and be able to manifest things in much easier. All right, so there are things going on in the background that we are not privy. Spirit is saying we're not privy to know right now, but some things are being worked on in the background for you, Aquarius. All right, so let's continue. All right, I feel like some of you have had something happen between you and your loved one that caused mistrust and maybe some heartbreak today. If this is you, comment below the video. I am seeing that if this is a separation or a breakup, I'm seeing that you are looking like you're going to get back together, okay? Like you're meant to be together, and this is just going to be one of those disagreements that needs to be talked out. All right, here I'm seeing defensiveness. Somebody is looking at this very toxic scenario that they've been holding on to. All right, so you've been involved in something toxic for a while now. You've known it's not been good for you, but for whatever reason you stayed. All right, I'm seeing that this is some kind of victory after all, and I'm seeing the manifestation card next to the victory card. So I feel like there was maybe a lesson here, guys, or a teaching or something in this that is going to bring around a victory for you. Okay, so some type of realization that is going to move you into something better. Okay, so maybe this is something that had to occur to give you the clarity to understand who you actually are and what you're deserving of. Maybe tighten your boundaries a little bit, moving into the next scenario. And I do see you manifesting something in. All right, we do have this card next to the manifestation card as well. This is kind of stuck, sandwiched in between the toxicity situation and the victory situation. So with that being said, I feel like Spirit is you know, really honing in on make sure you go back into the situation that was toxic and pull something out that you learned from this, okay? Otherwise, you may manifest in the same type of scenario, okay? So it's important, you know, if we're going to notch up and we're going to be working on ourselves and making our boundaries a little tighter as far as what we're willing to put up with, then, you know, we need to find that lesson or that teaching or whatever was there for us, okay? So here I'm seeing a partnership. This is a rocky relationship here, guys. All right, I'm seeing you took a break. This is for somebody who took a break, okay, from your partner who, you felt there was enough happiness there to go back. All right. So I feel like this is for a couple who is on again, off again, on again, off again, because here I'm seeing the inner conflict coming back and the stuckness. And it's like a, um, you know, kind of like just going around in circles with this relationship. Do you feel that this relationship is going anywhere? This isn't for all. This is just for someone who is resonating with what I'm saying here. Okay, if you need more information, you can always contact me for a short read. Okay, here I'm seeing some kind of, this looks like somebody's putting a lot of thought. You're putting a lot of thought into your next move. And your next move is because you're feeling very stuck right now, but your next move is all about balance. So you're all about finding balance in your life now. And I do see you putting all this thought into this new beginning. And right now, you're just in the thought process. If this is you, please comment below the video thinking about my next move. All right, because I'm seeing some defensiveness here with this Seven of Wands. All right, so you're very like thinking in your mind. You want to be very careful this time so that you don't repeat the past things that did not work for you. All right, so this is good, guys, that you're putting thought into your next moves. That's important because for a while, a lot of us were just moving on autopilot, right? You get up, you go to work, you're just, thinking about work. You jump in your car to go home, you put the radio on, you're distracted by the music, you're not really thinking. You go home, you turn the TV on after dinner and you're distracted by the TV. You go to sleep and get up and do it all over again. So you're kind of like just moving with the sheep and following what you were told life is supposed to be like, okay? Whereas now, that's the third dimensional thinking. You've stepped out of that third dimensional box, guys, and now you're taking the quiet time that is needed to get clarity, to think about where you've come from, where you are, and where you want to be. And therefore, you're transforming your lives, which is awesome. All right, I'm seeing a lot of happiness coming in for my aquas. All right, there is judgment in the middle. So I feel like a lot of you are doing some deep inner just looking at what I just said to you a couple minutes before, where you've come from. This is confirmation, okay? Where you've come from, where you are, and where you want to be. And I see that you're moving and shaking things now. I see you as the star. Spirit sees you as the star, okay? And they just are expecting great things from you because they know who you are, okay? So the Judgment card in the middle is just putting a lot of thought into, where you want to be in the coming months, okay? Things you want to do, things that you want to, maybe projects you want to get into, maybe things you want to make on a creative level. Some of you are wanting to start making things and developing a side business so that you could sell things online. All right, that's your creativity coming out. I'm also seeing, this is a feminine here. There's something here regarding wanting happiness for a child or children. And this has to do with finances. You're not totally satisfied with the money that you have coming in. You want to do better for your child or children, and I do see good news around your money. So some of you might be struggling, and I might be speaking to some single parents out there. If this is you, you can comment below the video. Life is a struggle right now for single parents. I've been there, so I understand it. And especially right now, times are really tough. So you guys are super strong. You have to be going through today, and just let me say this, as hard as things have been for all of us, guys, just know that it's going to be like in a blink of an eye, things are going to just change for the better. It's going to be like you went to sleep one night and woke up the next day and your life suddenly changed. You're going to hear things trickling in, coming in, snowballing in, and they're going to be positive things instead of negative things, okay? I feel like they're getting ready to turn off those things I've been telling you not to watch forever, on that boob that is not telling the truth and that is a mechanism to brainwash. I feel like that is getting ready to fall apart with the rest of it. So guys, just know that anything that has been a lie or that has been destructive to humanity or hasn't had our best interests at heart, okay, or anybody out there who we trusted to do the right thing has been involved in, crime, especially things that trickled down and affected us as a whole. Just know that you're watching the demise of the whole thing right now. It's all going away. So life is going to look much different. Things that we're used to having are going to be different. Okay, so for the better. I'm seeing for my singles, okay, they want you to focus. Everywhere you go now, they want you to be conscious, because you're getting ready to meet your soulmate, it looks like. I'm getting a soulmate feel. All right, you're moving toward one another right now as we speak. Yes, this is very spiritual, okay, and this is meant to be. So they want you to pay attention, wherever you go. Make sure you're making eye contact and you're talking to people. This is your time, Aquarius, if you're single, to meet someone who you're going to be very compatible with, okay? I'm seeing, so those of you, again, who have been feeling alone and ignored, you've been working really hard and not really expecting much else. You've been kept busy, trying to make ends meet, and yada yada yada. I do see that you're going to pick up right away when this person comes in for you. Okay, you're just going to know. It's that knowing, because you're an empath, all right, that you're just going to feel that this has been your person all along and you finally have met. Okay, so let's continue here. I'm seeing also some of you are going to do exactly what I tell you not to do. Okay, some of you who are have just come out of a relationship, and are feeling alone, you're going to rush it. When you meet this person, you're going to rush in, and yes, you're going to feel like you've known each other forever, and you're going to feel very comfortable. You're going to fall madly in love. Yes, all these things are in the stars for you, but I'm seeing a very quick, the right things are going to be said, and I'm seeing you all falling madly in love and getting yourselves into commitment right away. All right, some of you are going to get married very quickly. All right, it's not even going to be a year, and you are going to meet your person and marry them. All right, and this is one of the first times that I'm not going to say don't do that, because normally I tell you guys to vet everybody you meet. All right, people are on their best behavior when you first meet them, and you have to look for those flags for months into the relationship. But this time, because this is a soulmate type of feel, you're gonna know it, okay? I'm also seeing a lot of happiness for Aquarius coming in, a lot of new starts and new beginnings for people, and that's because you are finally in a place where you're seeing things very clearly. We talk about Aquarius's clarity over the past few months with the new energies coming in, raising your frequencies, your vibrations, and giving you, your gifts are coming online, right? Very strongly. So now I'm seeing the happiness is coming in because you're leaving behind the things that weren't good for you, the things that weren't serving you for your betterment, the things that made you unhappy, people, places, and things that were dragging you down and preventing you from, breathing that fresh, happy air, I'll say, okay? But I am seeing a lot of new beginnings and new starts for those of you who have been feeling like you're carrying around these daily weights on your shoulders. You're going to feel free of that as well. This is for a lot of you have been going through this for many years for some reason, okay? Many things you've been involved in that you felt you couldn't get out of, that you were destined to stick with or stuck with, or whatever your thinking was, you now have a different perception that is taking you somewhere else. New starts, new beginnings. All right, I'm seeing transitions for transitioning into new opportunities. So I feel like you guys are moving around. I just saw like a game board, a vision of a game board. This is your careers. A lot of you are discovering that you're in a career where you're unhappy and you're not willing to tolerate it anymore. You're not willing to accept it anymore. And you're putting thought into what you would actually love to do, something that you are going to be passionate about. A lot of these things have to do with the fact that your vibration has, your frequency, you've been working on yourself. So you're walking around vibrating higher, feeling better about yourself, and you know that you could be doing something of more value to you and to humanity, something that's going to bring in happiness. All right, so I see a lot of careers being ended right now. Aquarius, if you're doing this, if you're switching up your career or coming to the conclusion you're at a dead-end job and you want to do something you enjoy, you're thinking about going to school all over again, please comment beneath the video. I'm very interested in hearing about this. Okay. All right. So that being said, let's continue. I'm seeing here again. Wow, guys, this is very positive. All right. So I want to say a majority of you right now today are feeling very happy. I think that some of the reason a lot of you are feeling happy is the knowing that you are in full control over your lives and you can change things, okay? And you could make your life any way you want. I am seeing abundance. A lot of you are starting to think about your abundance and not just your prosperity and your wealth, not just material wealth, I mean to say, but you're also thinking about how abundant you're feeling. This includes your happiness and your security. Okay, do you feel secure with yourself? So you don't have to constantly be looking for other people to make that happen. All right, do you feel love for yourself, so you don't need a constant pat on the back? You don't have to have someone there 24/7 just so that you know you're okay, and, it looks as though a lot of you are there, okay? And if you are, please comment below the video. Feeling good, feeling confident, all right? And I am seeing you're ready to celebrate. You guys want to be in a celebratory mood, and you are. And I do see you're moving toward this is some kind of, yeah, this isn't so good over here, guys. You're moving toward something here. This might be just looking, still maybe looking for the most part for, some of you are looking for people to tell you you're okay, you're doing good, compliment you. You're looking for this, and when you don't get it, you don't really feel very confident in yourself, okay? This is not a good thing to feel. This is not good, having this thought process, okay? You need to do it all on your own. You need to feel good within yourself, okay? You need to feel strong within yourself and not worry about what people think about you, okay? When you come into your authenticity, you will not care what other people think or say anymore. All right, it just, it's going to bounce off of you if someone has something not nice to say to you, or if you disagree and they put you down because you're disagreeing, or, say something negative to you. You're just not going to care because you're on the right track. You have good thoughts, you do good things, and you're just confident in yourself, okay? And it's okay if people want to handle their lives differently than you handle yours. you allow them to. You might agree to disagree on things, but support everybody else in however they want to act, even if they're being a buffoon. Right? I've just accepted it. All right. I don't fight with people anymore. I don't tell people, why are you doing that? Or, you're making your life harder than it needs to be. I'm just, people are going to wake up when they're going to wake up. I'm there for those that are waking up. And, if they have questions, I'll answer. And that's it. All right. I'm seeing something here regarding, all right, so this is for somebody older today, might be more mature in their 60s, even 70s. I'm seeing something happened between you and a loved one that brought in a tower moment. And this is, you're trying to be strong right now. It looks like you wanted something from this loved one and you just didn't get it. And then you might have said something that brought in this tower moment, okay? Spirit is saying it's, don't be fearful regarding being alone. If you're older, it is going to bring in growth for you. This sounds like some kind of teaching or a lesson. All right. They're saying there's lots of family around you or other people around you that can lend you support right now. Go to these people, get the support you're needing. All right. You might be feeling confused and thinking how you're going to balance things out. This might have created a financial hardship for someone out there. And I am seeing you are very deserving of beautiful things. You have a beautiful energy, and this is of no fault of yours. It's nobody's fault. Okay, it just wasn't meant to be. All right. So that being said, I'm seeing some of you have some decisions to make today. Right? You might be in the process of making a very important decision, and I'm going to end on this note, guys. All right. So if you're still with me, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. As you know, it helps me tremendously. And I hope you enjoyed today's reading and have a beautiful day.